This really isn't enough light, is it? I'm going to backpedal from the way that I ended um, trouble at the school board meeting. Political violence is almost always wrong, unless it's in self defense, I think. The whole purpose of democracy, really, and perhaps the whole purpose, the whole central concept of democracy, you find out that there's quite a few of those, isn't there? Um, but it's been suggested that what democracy is for people to have some way to settle their differences without violence. So if you're a defender of democracy and you, uh, I didn't suggest it, I didn't recommend it. What did I do? Kind of implied that it would be okay in this case. I take that back. Um, but this sort of thing is quite widespread. And so let's just take a bit of time to think about what's actually happening. You've got teachers. Let's take the case of a male teacher first, with a female student who's, let's say, 16. And as a school assignment, he's asking her to write pornography. I think that a sex scene that you wouldn't show to your mother is probably going to be pornographic. And so he's given her this assignment. And if it was, unless it was the last assignment of the year or whatever, or even then, he knows who she is. He's going to interact with her, right? She's going to interact with him. And both of them will know what her sexual fantasies are. 16-year-old people have a lot of sexual fantasies. And it's absolutely not appropriate that they should be shared with teachers. I'm not sure that those teachers names should be made public necessarily, because I guess this is a established method, or the school board accepts it. It's common practice, that kind of thing, right? Or am I exaggerating? Is it? I could describe some things that I know for sure went on in the Toronto school, and it makes this look like nothing. And it went on for a year. Yeah, so what you've done is you've created a lot of sexual tension between um, blooming adolescent students and teachers. And is there any way that that's justifiable? I don't think so. Okay, so as inappropriate as this is for a male teacher to do this with a female student, would you say that it's more or less appropriate for a male student or a male teacher to do this with a male student? Or, and I think that if people looked into this, they would find this a lot more concerning probably too, but especially if it's a female teacher under the age of like 30. My mouth is getting so dry I can hardly talk. But if it's a female teacher with under the age of like 35 or something, um, well, you don't want to give women under the age of 35 authority over young men. That's for sure.